So let's start with this. I threw this theory out.
Yeah.
Is that the Packers now have 250 film practices of Jordan Love, 5 preseason games, 7 regular season games he's thrown a pass. He's appeared in 9, thrown a pass in 7.
Yeah.
They have 21 people in their player personnel department. Do your job.
Yeah.
At this point, we know he's not Mahomes, and we know he's not a total bust.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it. It's a hard decision. You know what's hard is taking a kid out of the Pac-12 and thinking he can play. I got 3 years of film. So my takeaway is, you know if he can play.
Yeah.
And if, because you'd prefer to keep Aaron because of his talent.
No doubt.
My issue is the minute Green Bay is out of playoff contention, and they could be, it's week to week, right? Play him to elevate his value to the league, because I think Green Bay needs more draft hits. They need another Christian Watson for Aaron. I would move him, and I would showcase him in the last couple of weeks, one of those against Detroit's defense. So do you think I'm crazy? Showcase him and move him.
100%. Once it's a zero chance that you're able to make the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers needs to be on ice. Jordan Love needs to be in the game, right? Because not only does the organization need to see him go out there and play more, because when we seen him against the Kansas City Chiefs, it wasn't a good outing. You know what I mean? When he started the football game. We seen him come in late against the Philadelphia Eagles. Look really good, right? You know, control of the offense, moving the ball well, making the right reads, making the right throws. So once the Packers are out, put him in the game. And you're right, elevate his value. Right now, he is not better than Aaron Rodgers. It's not even close, right? So with the way the team is set up, like you said, when the Packers go draft in free agency, whatever they may do, this is a Super Bowl caliber team with Aaron Rodgers under the center. So if you're eliminated from the playoffs, yes, put Jordan Love out there. Let his value go up. If somebody wants to deal for him, then possibly deal for him.
So here's the other thing. Packer fans push back and go, but if Aaron leaves, it's a big dead cap hit. Yeah. It's not as bad as you think next year.
Yeah.
And because you're not paying Jordan Love anything, it's a wash. Yeah. But here's the thing. So I move Aaron to, say, Nashville.
Yeah.
And I get 2 1s and a 2.
Yeah.
So this year I get their 1, so I'd have now 2 firsts and 2 2s. And Jordan Love isn't as good as Aaron. But if I can hit a home run on a wide receiver, on a pass rusher. So Green Bay historically is drafted. So the cap thing with Aaron sounds awful. But if you're not paying Jordan Love for 2 years, then it alleviates that pinch. I think the first year dead cap hit $16 million. Second year, it's pretty ugly. But again, you're not paying Jordan.
Yeah.
So my takeaway is I think it is a viable alternative if you talk to Aaron and say, Aaron, I mean, you're telling me, you know Aaron.
Yeah.
I heard he built a house or was building one in Nashville.
Yeah.
You don't think he'd play for Mike Vrabel? Mike Vrabel's a great coach with a great defense.
Yeah.
If they came to him after the season and said, Aaron, we're not trading you to do a dog.
Yeah.
You've made a lot of us rich. Vrabel wants you, and he'll give us 2 1s.
Yeah.
What would Aaron say?
No, because I think Aaron's going to finish his career as a Green Bay Packer.
He'd say no?
His relationship with Coach LaFleur is second to none. And I think that's why a lot of this stuff is coming out right now. Because I think Aaron has let them know, I'm coming back. I want to play. Okay. Right? So now it's kind of like, I know we gave you all that money. We expected you to play these 2 years, but now you letting us know that this is something that you really want to do. What is the plans for Jordan Love? And I think that's the same thing with Jordan Love, knowing that Aaron Rodgers.
Because Jordan wants to play now.
Yes, knowing that Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year. You know what I'm saying? What does that leave for me? That leaves me sitting on the bench again for a whole nother year. I want to go be able to show what I can do. And as you should as a player.
Okay.
You want to be able to go out there and play and show what you can do. So I think those are the conversations that's being had right now, knowing that Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year. Now what's the plans for Jordan Love?
Okay, so here's the other thing. You want Jordan to play, but you'd like to set him up for success.
Yes.
Let him play against Detroit. That's a bad defense. And if they're out of the playoffs, they may rest some guy. They may not play him. So I'm going to throw another because you have insight. So you believe Aaron has told him I'm coming back. Jordan heard it, and that's why the story comes out this week. Jordan's like, trade me. So now I'm going to put you in Seattle's shoes. So they have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a third, and 2 fourths. I made this argument. If Houston takes Bryce Young, which I would, the rest of these quarterbacks are projects. This roster's good. I would go give up my third-round pick to get Jordan Love, who will be 25, and then I would just fill the first pick, get a nose tackle. Seattle needs it. Second pick, get an outside linebacker. Third, center. Fourth, receiver. So if I was Seattle, because I don't think this Geno thing, I think we kind of know. So do you think that's crazy? Seattle with those picks says, we'll give you a third for Jordan Love.
Well, for me, it's all about, do you think Jordan Love is that much better than Geno Smith? The number one, that's what you got to ask yourself as the Seattle Seahawks GM, Pete Carroll, whoever, Snide. Is he that much better than Geno? Right? Right now, we don't know from what we got.
Bryce Young is.
Bryce Young is, but we're talking about giving up a third-round pick for Jordan Love. So when we do give up this third-round pick for Jordan Love, is he going to come up in here and ball harder than Geno? Because we might not believe in Geno, but Geno is playing well. I mean, he has the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. He's playing well. Yes, they're going like this, but he's been playing well. So trading for Jordan Love, is he that much better than Geno Smith? Right? And then if he is that much better than Geno Smith, are we ready to commit to Jordan Love long-term? Do we want to give him this contract long-term that he's the quarterback of the future? I don't know, because it's such a small sample size with Jordan Love. I think the Packers have the best insight because, like you said, so many practices watching him go, seeing him better, seeing him trend in the right direction, right? So I think the main thing that could happen is, I hope the Packers don't get eliminated, but if they do, it'll be good for Jordan Love to show the world that I could play this game at a high level.
What if the Packers deep down like Jordan Love, but they've seen all these practices. They know he's got a ceiling. So they only play him against Detroit, set him up for success. They could play him earlier, but their takeaway is, we don't want to put him out there for 3 games because the flaws may show to the league. And so, I mean, that's, you know, they know the odometer, what's on it exactly.
And I think for them, you drafted this kid, right? So I think, Coach LaFleur, you went out there, you said Jordan Love is the guy you want. You draft this guy. Yes, obviously Aaron won another MVP. He played out of his mind. You signed him to an extension. But for me, I think the best place for Jordan Love is the Green Bay Packers. You're starting to learn this offense. You're learning from Aaron Rodgers. That's why it's night and day when he came in. When we seen him in Kansas City, we like, oh my goodness. Right? They need to trade him now. You know what I mean? Now we're talking about, after he played against the Philadelphia Eagles, the value that people could get for him. He's that type guy. So he's getting better and better in the same system. Aaron Rodgers is not going to play for 5 more years. He's going to come back next year and play, and that's possibly going to be it for Aaron Rodgers. We don't know. And then it's your show with Coach LaFleur in the same offense on a really good team, because they have a really good roster, and you have a chance to go out there and play really good football and have a lot of success.
But Jordan said this week, as a journalist, I have to admit this, he said, I want to move if I don't play.
I would say the same. I want to play. I want to show the world what I can do. And if I'm going to ride the bench again next year, I want to play. I mean, you're human. He want to play. He want to show. He love football. He want to show the world what he got.
Okay. You know, as a Raider for 1 year, you were a Packer for 8, Raider for 1. I would bring Derek Carr back, but I absolutely believe there is a big market for Derek. It's not a small market. It is a 8, 9, 10 market for Derek Carr.
No doubt about it.
I think the Dolphins today privately would take him over Tua in 2 seconds.
No doubt about it. It's a lot of teams take DC.
Let's just say 10. So you're the Raiders. He's not Josh's guy. He's getting expensive. Would you move him or keep him?
I'm absolutely keeping Derek Carr. I truly believe, from what I've seen with Derek, playing with Derek, from what I've seen with Derek, Derek can win a Super Bowl for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's that type talent at the quarterback position. Derek Carr could throw the football with the best of them, right? So for me, for the Raiders, the problem has always been, and I'm not saying all the blame, but the problem has always been the defense being ranked 30.
Well, the back end's bad.
The back end's bad. I mean, Mad Max Crosby getting after the passer.
He's great.
But I mean, there's a lot of holes in the defense. I mean, you just let Baker Mayfield go 95-plus yards on the defense. I'm not blaming everything on the defense, but Derek Carr is capable of taking the Las Vegas Raiders to the Super Bowl if he has a middle-of-the-pack defense, right? You look at all the greats. Tom Brady has won all these Super Bowls with top 10 defense. Aaron Rodgers won his with a top 5 defense. Like, you need help.
Well, Peyton won in Indy with his best defense, I believe. Aaron won in Green Bay with his best defense.
You need help. The quarterbacks, yes, they're special. They get paid all the money, right? They make everybody around them better, which Derek Carr does. But you need help on the defensive side of the ball, too. And when you win championships, right? It's a big part of the way the defense plays. Since Derek Carr has came in the National Football League, I want to say his best defense was in the 20s. So everything that I see from Derek Carr, even under Josh McDaniels, he's playing well.
I like him.
He's playing well. And if they did deal him, yes, everybody will be calling, blowing up them phones for Derek Carr because he's that type quarterback and he can win you a championship.
People think it's crazy. If I told you tomorrow with your young receivers, J-Mac, Derek Carr, would you take him?
I would take him, yes.
Absolutely. New York Giants tomorrow.
No doubt about it.
Yes, I would take him.
Okay, let's just do.
Oh, my goodness. New York Giants, I trade right now.
No, I mean, I'm saying.
But wait, let's just clear something up. He hasn't been great this year. They have blown 4 double-digit
Okay.
halftime
Hunter
hits.
Renfrow hasn't been there. Darren Waller hasn't been there.
Fair.
And that O-line outside of left tackle ain't great.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's got a new staff, new playbook, new coach. I'm with him. I think Derek I think he'd have
he's had 5 or 6 of them since he's been in the league, new coordinators, and playing at a high level, Pro Bowl, all that type of stuff. Derek Carr is a special quarterback, special thrower of the football. It'll be a lot of bidders if they did, but I hope they don't. I hope he's in Las Vegas again because I think they got some good stuff.
I just defended Draymond Green because of what a fan said. Did you ever have a fan say anything inappropriate?
No. Football feel a little different, right?
You're further away.
Yeah, you're further away. You can't really hear all that stuff. I don't pay attention to that anymore.
Yeah. People heckle me during the show. They're on my own staff.
You good at blocking it out.
It's great seeing you.
Appreciate it, brother.
James Jones, strong opinions, Raiders and the Packers. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.